I think Optimus will ultimately be the most valuable part, and I think has a good chance of being the most valuable product ever made. You also need to be very good at scale manufacturing. So in order to have the robot not cost like hundreds of thousands of dollars, in order to make it cost like, $10,000 or $20,000. What if the world's most valuable product ends up being a $10,000 robot? Elon Musk just dropped a bombshell, Tesla Optimus, the humanoid robot that can walk, work, and even learn on its own, might cost as little as $10,000 by 2026. That's less than most iPhones over a few years of use. And it's not just for show. Optimus has already proven it can operate autonomously in extreme conditions, including disaster zones and epidemic areas, and is the key role expected to play in helping the company roll out millions of Tesla Cybercab from Giga, Texas. So what upgrades made this possible? Does it really make sense that a $10,000 robot could handle everything from household chores to factory work and even dangerous rescue missions? Welcome to Tesla Car World. So what can and can't the Tesla Bot Gen 3 do? You've seen the slick demo reels, Optimus gliding across a factory floor, folding a t-shirt, catching a tennis ball with casual confidence. Yes. But will it actually solve our problem? Gen 3 is Tesla's attempt to turn that anxious maybe into a hard yes. And the only honest way to understand why it matters is to anchor the specs to the pain. Firstly is mobility. The staircase problem. For anyone who's ever juggled a laundry basket and an aging hip on a steep staircase, the idea that Optimus still hesitates on the way down feels like a deal breaker. Gen 2 tops out at 5 km/h on flat concrete and can hop up a curb, but it flinches when gravity pulls the other way. Gen 3 rewires the ankle geometry, adds a dedicated descent control loop, and, here's the win, streams inertial measurement unit data to a predictive balance model every 4 milliseconds. The result is a robot that doesn't shuffle, it flows, treating each riser like a measured dance move. By the third quarter 2025, the update rolls out across every bot, erasing the fear of a 200-pound paperweight marooned on the upstairs landing. Nothing triggers visceral dread faster than imagining a humanoid robot gripping a chef's knife next to your grandmother. Today's hand, 11 degrees of freedom, 5 Newton fingertip force sensing, can pick up a box but can't feel the slip of a wet tomato skin. Gen 3 doubles the joints, triples the tactile resolution, and layers in temperature and soft collision sensing. The pain point here isn't raw capability, it's trust. When a bot rinses lettuce, the stakes are bacterial, not cinematic. Silicon fingertips that sense a 1-degree change in water warmth or register the give of bruised fruit translate directly into peace of mind, and finally into permission to let the machine anywhere near cutting board. And if you're caring for an octogenarian parent, Tesla's timeline feels glacial, pilot programs in 2026, commercial units in 2027. But there's a method behind the delay. Elder care isn't about a gimmick, it's about liability. The robot must traverse slick bathroom tile, recognize a stumble in real time, and call for help before a fractured hip turns fatal. Gen 3's IP54 sealing keeps the circuits alive through steam and soap spray. Its new fall detection net reads microaccelerations in both human and robot torsos, deciding in 200 milliseconds whether to brace, lift, or summon emergency medical technicians. If that sounds like overkill, remember the pain being solved. 24-hour vigilance is impossible for a single human caregiver, but it's table stakes for a robot that claims to protect and care. 15 to 20 grand is either a bargain or an insult depending on your bank account. Tesla tries to soften the blow with a $499 monthly lease, service included, and a $1,200 battery swap every 4 years. Yet the real migraine is volatility. A bureaucrat in Beijing can stall rare earth exports. Overnight the price jumps 15% and your break-even math explodes. Gen 3 hedges with a ferrite magnet fallback. Heavier, yes, but sourced in North America. That move doesn't just stabilize the bill, it turns a geopolitical headache into a logistics footnote. And for CFOs counting pennies per pallet move, the difference is existential. Sounds good. Still, Nightmares of a hacked nanny bot linger. Gen 3's trusted platform module, backed firmware chain rejects any unsigned updates. Its Sentry mode locks joints, fires an 80 dB screech, and live streams GPS if the bot gets lifted into a van. The aluminium frame doubles as a Faraday cage, muting ordinary common electromagnetic pulse spikes, though no one pretends it will shrug off a battlefield pulse. Perfect? No. But the delta from no protections to a layered hardware-rooted security stack cuts the risk curve so sharply that most home insurers have already penciled in a $20 monthly rider. Out there, suburban lawns and Midwest barns don't care about Silicon Valley launch parties. They care about dust, drizzle, and a January wind chill that makes lithium cells whimper. Gen 3's IP54 skin copes with light rain. Its self-heating pack survives -10 degrees Celsius, and the 2027 terrain kit adds rubberized boots that shrug off goat paddocks. But the real pain is service coverage in rural areas. Some counties rarely see a Tesla technician. Tesla's new plan is simple. A service van will visit every 2 months, and each car can connect through a small Starlink dish so mechanics can check problems from afar. It isn't perfect, but it's a big step up from having to haul your Optimus all the way to Fremont for repairs. On the other side, skeptical researchers say humanoids will erase 5% of repetitive manual jobs and spawn 3 million roles you've never heard of. Recall that app developer was fringe in 2007. Pain lies in the transition, not the end point. Tesla pledges free retraining for any warehouse worker displaced by its own bots. Self-interest dressed as altruism, sure, but still a lifeline. Gen 3 accelerates the trend because it's the first variant that can both stack crates and thread a wire harness. Whole job categories shift from sweat to supervision. And whether that thrills or terrifies you probably depends on how close you are to retirement. So why is the Tesla bot Gen 3 so different? The answer is simple: real-world utility at scale. While most robots today are either clunky prototypes or research experiments trapped in labs, Tesla's Optimus is being trained, not coded, to perform real tasks that make a tangible difference in both homes and factories. It's got the real-world AI. So Tesla's the leader in real-world AI. What we learned from the car, we translate to the Optimus robot. And we also take our expertise in electric motors, in batteries, power electronics, structural design. And then another major important thing is that we're very good at manufacturing. Tesla isn't building a humanoid robot from scratch like everyone else. Instead, the company is reusing and adapting decades of experience in electric motors, structural engineering, and large-scale automation from its electric vehicle division. This gives Tesla an undeniable edge: faster development, lower costs, and greater scalability. The result is